Teachers will moan and say, what can be done about this child, what can be done? Nothing if you don't write it and sign it off and show it to somebody else. Keep telling tales about children isn't going to get anything achieved at all.
So my last question to you is, what PD session would you design to connect the teaching staff with the school goal?
With the school goal, what would I design?
And this is the same question why they are not professionals actually.
Yes.
They're not acting like professionals.
No, I'm pleased you see that. I'm relieved. Because, you know, sometimes I come and sit here and think, okay, Karen, what then?
No, actually, they're, what they think is, you want them just to sit and, you know, listen to you, that's all.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
It isn't. You see, you
This
have
is
to...
what they think.
Okay, but if you have attended a university, if you have been to teacher training, if you have any form of higher education whatsoever, if you can't cope with an hour at the end of the day with somebody who is of limited time, has limited time, has far too much information to get across in that limited time, and it's important, and you walk out of there and don't act on any of it, you are unprofessional, you are not doing your job. Because by going to teach it's lovely, workshops are great. And I'll tell you the other thing that shocked me, when I started that workshop the other day, the starter, because that's how I'm going to explain.
No, it was really effective, and I think that type of workshops, exercises, it's better than, you know, giving lectures.
Yes, I know, but you have to, you see, I find the teachers are not very adult about what they're having to do, and if they complain about being lectured to, I challenge you to go into a classroom where the teacher isn't lecturing. This is how they work. But when I try to point out, please do the 3-part lesson. You need a starter to engage the children, you need activities so the children are doing the work, not you, and you need a plenary to round it all up. You get your assessment, whether it's a hands up, did you understand it? Whatever strategy you put in place, you will not find in the school. But they will vocally say, we just listen, but they cannot get in their heads, that's what they're doing to the children. How dare they complain? They are the adults. They have a lot of information. They are not properly trained. They don't know the curriculum, neither have they read it. Why would you not read a national curriculum for your subject?
But do they know how to level the students?
No.
Or how to increase the level of the students?
Well, you see, differentiation is such a simple thing. It's notoriously, people say they find it difficult. I don't understand that. Why do you find that difficult? If you just even work on the 3 levels, the bottom, the middle, the top, keep it at that. Don't get yourself confused with sub-levels and things that I'm used to do. You don't have to do that. If you keep to those 3 levels, your work will be differentiated. So, for, say, the not so good English speaker, they would have, the subject is the same, the message is the same, but it's delivered differently. And nobody sees that. So that's like the 3 out of 33 boy. When I read what he was supposed to have done his test on, it was complex language. Why would you give complex English to a non-English speaking child? It's common sense. If you've not had a day's training in your life, it's common sense. So trying to get this message across,
The differentiation is important.
it's imperative, because you have a whole section of children who aren't learning. They're not learning, and that goes for the other way too. We have children that we did the INCAS and the CAT4 tests with, who are 2 levels above what their teachers have levelled them at. 2 levels of window. That's outrageous. So you've got children in the class who are doing work way below their ability. They're coasting, biding their time. No wonder they love it here. Nobody's challenging them. Nobody's pushing them. Nobody's saying, okay, this child is gifted and talented, what do I need to do? Nobody comes in here and asks me. Nobody says, I have a child who can't do this, I have a child that I need to push, I have a child. Nobody. And I find that astounding. If you are with those children all that time in a day, why don't you see that? Why don't you see that?
The same question, why don't you do the research and find out the...
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, thank you very much
No,
for your time.
thank you. Yes, yes. I hope it was helpful in some way.
It was very helpful.
Good.